What's been your, your journey so far? So let's start with that. Well, how long have you had the printer that you're in front of? Because
The
you've
current
got
printer we have
21.
is we're just coming up on a year, so we've had it a year now,
Okay.
and just tremendous luck with it and feedback from our customers. That was the major thing. We did lots and lots of research. There's, lack of a better word, fly by night companies out there. We visited a couple of trade shows and we worked with you. I got a hold of Miguel and sent him over some sample prints I wanted for some of our
Mm-hmm.
customers.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to print them. We actually did a demo on my prints, which was fabulous to see it actually machine in use. And a couple of days later, the prints came in, and I was able to transfer them on my own garments, so I could do it
Right.
live here
Right.
and distribute them to some of my customers. They were one samples we wanted to see, but no waste, because as you're a t-shirt shop, you end up with that pile of shirts in the corner that you just wanted to look at something and nobody uses. So we were trying to keep our waste. Part of our goals is to reduce some of the waste, right?
Sure.
And we gave them to the customers, and they just raved about it. And they're just
Awesome.
like, "How soon are you going live? How soon are you going?" We're in research phase.
I'm
Which
ready
is
now. We want them now.
right. Yeah, I dropped it off another commercial partner I do lots of work for, and they placed an order. And I said, I don't have the equipment yet. We got a little bit of time on this one, but don't delay. Let's just get it. So
When you
they
get
kind
it,
of forced
Charlie, we
my
want to
hand
be
into it.
first in line, huh? Is that how they
Yeah,
dealt with
so
it?
that's exactly how they dealt with it, and they passed it around. They own several different locations. They passed it around their group, and just the feedback was just overwhelming.
It's really made a difference then in that first year. You've gone from, well, we hope we made the right decision to, hey, this thing is earning its way, right? This is a profit
Right.
producing machine. It's solving new problems. It's bringing in new business. So it sounds like you're pretty satisfied. Don't want to put words in your mouth, but how has the reaction been overall in this last year?
The overaction, the over has been just tremendous. But I mean, I'd like to tell a little bit about the story just looking, because we're looking to get a second one,
Oh yeah, for
and
sure, for sure. Please do.
um, and just recently we were just at the trade show in the fall in Atlanta, Print United, and looked at lots of the different printers. Wanted to make sure we weren't missing out on anything, because obviously,
Sure.
Equipment Zone has done me right over the past few years, and pretty loyal to that. But want to make sure we're up on technology. There's nothing else out there that's a better fit. Some of the research we did, the biggest thing for us in our small footprint here, it was the dryer that had the filtration system built in.
Hmm.
Okay, and just because of the footprint of it, we did. I mean, we got to the point where our shop is so small, we mask things out on the floor. We actually lay them out in the computer to make sure that they're going to fit, that we can walk around it. And because there's five of us in here, we have, besides this printer, we have four more rolling machines, roll to roll printers, 54, 64. We actually have a flatbed printer. Now, Jay, I want you to keep in mind that I'm in 750 square feet. You're
Wow.
going to tell me where you're at. You got twice or three times that. I have this piece of equipment in here, and there's five of us working in this shop. Um,
So it's snug. You
now,
guys are close knit team.
we're very close knit. We definitely have to like each other. There's no hiding in the corner here, because you're rubbing elbows with everybody. But yeah, that was a major foot thing because of the footprint. We didn't want that extra little filtration unit sitting off to the side that we'd have to kick it or move it, or and we were unsure where the equipment was going to go in the location of the shop, so we didn't want to start punching holes in the wall. So
Gotcha.
for us, a big point was the filtration system on it. Yeah, and everybody else I looked out there, I'm gonna be honest, it just didn't look as sleek to me. They
Mhm.
may not be the appearance of somebody, but I use this equipment every day. I got to look at it, right?
Right, right.
So I mean, and then just the way it's built. I'm not trying to brag on it, but we really, really did our homework. My wife would tell you that I just research everything to death, and she goes, when I ask her, I'm like, we're going to do this. She's like, I know you're going to do it. Just do it. Why are we still talking about it? Because you looked at every angle, called everybody, and done your due diligence on it. So,
That's
um,
fabulous. I love it. I love
yes,
it. And listen, so I'm sorry I missed you at Printing United. We were, a mile down the hall in the apparel zone. So you might have stopped by the our booth, but I didn't get a chance to meet you in person there. So
yeah, I
I feel
did.
like
I was able to get a photo op with Terry and Roy and Miguel there while I was there. So
oh,
that
that's
was kind of cool
awesome.
because I'd
Well,
never
that's
met
awesome.
Miguel in person. I had done lots of video
Yeah, yeah.
with those other guys. So, but that was very
Well, yeah.
nice.
So I mean, that's a really smart move. I'm gonna give you the credit back and the kudos back. It's not surprising to me at all that you would come to a major show looking for advancements in the technology that you already have. We haven't seen much yet. We've seen a little bit increase in speed, or people trying to get increased speed. And there'll be some new technologies that come out. And we are also, to be responsible, we have to keep our eye on that target as well, because things do advance. The printers will get faster. The colors, the ink chemistry, everything gets better usually. And this is what we've learned from the DTG process. Those early days were tough. They were bumpy. It was like, oh, what are we doing? And good news, Epson comes on board, and other major corporations that take on that technology and make it better. And the next generation is better, and the next generation gets better. So, I mean, I get it. I think it's a smart move on your part. And if you're ready, I mean, I can call Terry right now if you need that second printer. I'm sure he'd
he
be
knows.
excited.
We chat about it a lot. As you heard about my square footage here, we were actively seeking a new facility, and I think soon as that happens, the next one's going to come, because
Awesome.
we're going to need
Well,
it.
since you're jamming on that one, how often are you running the printer? If you don't mind me asking you straight up.
Yeah, we run it every single day. So when we first got it, we kind of did the research on that. How long could we allowed to shut it down before we had to run it or do maintenance on? Because that was a concern, especially after coming
Sure.
from the DTG world. There was a learning curve in that in the slow days, and we're not so slow anymore, so we don't have to worry about, do I shut it down over the weekend? Do I leave it running? The
Right.
same with this machine. The first couple weeks we had it learning a little bit, right, and just
Yep.
trying to get it dialed in for us. Did it work out of the box? Absolutely. But we wanted to tweak it and just get a good feel of it. And we were training our team on it as well. So we have 3 operators that are well versed in it. So that way, if somebody's off, it just keeps going. But so we are up to every day now. And
Awesome. That's awesome.
we try to plan when we're doing it, because you want to batch your transfers. You're coming from DTG and you think you could just run 1, 2, 3 here, there, and then come back an hour later, do 2, 3. Kind of want to be, because this is a production built printer, you want to have everything staged and ready to go. So we kind of have all our work batched up. And lately we've kind of gotten in the rhythm that is an after lunch thing. So we kind of are pressing transfers from yesterday in the morning, and kind of getting all the work and make sure we didn't miss nothing for that run. And then we're going to batch everything and do the print run today. Just because the interview, we did it before lunch today, and today was a little bit light, but we saved some work for tomorrow. But it runs every single day. We use it a lot. I mean, can I tell you how much film we go through? I mean, it really depends on what comes through the door, but on average, I would say we're going between 1 to 3 rolls of film a week, and that's a good bit of transfer.
You're humming. That printer's on. It's on high alert, constantly running. That's great news. Obviously it was built for production. So cool. Good for you guys.
So definitely in the marketplace, what it's done for us is just give us the ability of now. As most of us, in the decoration and especially in the sign industry, a lot of us lived in the now, and I had a person come in this morning, was a great example. They said, oh, this other company did these shirts for so-and-so, and there is no more. I said, not a problem. You come see me tomorrow. I have your shirt ready for you. I think the biggest job we've done with it so far is about 2,000 transfers for a job.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah. And
well done.
Matter of fact, there was a Super Bowl halftime show that came here to Pittsburgh, we'll just say. And when she was in town, we had to make a bunch of towels for her. And I think we did about 1,500 towels just for the event. The local radio station was giving them away. So.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love the fact too that the DTF transfer door has opened up new opportunities like that for new products. So we're not locked into just a t-shirt, and all of the different substrates and all of the different locations. Have you experienced any of that? Has that helped you have
that has helped us tremendously, Jay? And just even with I think I do watch a lot of the videos from you folks, and I think we were just on with Stalls about the new 360 hat press.
Yep. Yes, we were.
And, we're a proud owner of the 360 hat press from Equipment Zone, and it works great. And it opened up doors that we were never doing much headwear before.
Right.
So we were doing, adding hats, and we added beanies this year, and it just, especially cold weather up here in the north, not so much in Arizona there.
Yeah, right. We're crying and whining. We're crying and whining because it's going to be below 55 today. So
right. Very well. But it's something we did learn early on. I'm glad we did pull the trigger on that, as we added a dual heat press right out the gate because we just saw the, I don't want to say the struggles we going in, just the time we had invested when we were doing DTG and how much time it took at the press. And we knew that adding the DTF capability, we're just going to have to ramp up our production.
Gotcha.
So, you know, if you're making transfers, the machine is great for that. If you're making transfers and want to produce products in house, you need a good quality production style heat press because you're not going to realize it. But once you start printing, you're like, wow, we can do 100 shirts today. Okay, let's do it. And your operator is going to have forearms from pulling the press down. So we wanted to make it a little bit easier. So
Yes.
yeah, they
Yes.
weren't as fatigued at the end of the day.
That's so smart, Charlie. We have gotten lots of feedback that people say it used to be that the printer was the bottleneck, and then we were waiting on the printer, and then we could press. Now the presses are the bottleneck because the printer's so fast. We already have the roll, we already have the transfers ready, and now we got to go wait for somebody to hurry and press whatever.
To press them. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I like to call them the cricket warriors. We have a big following because we started as a small local sign shop, so we have a
Oh
pretty
yeah.
big following in the community just for that. And I'm showing these videos of us just printing it full color and not weeding nothing and pressing it, and the jaw just drops, and they're like, "What are we doing over here? Why
Yeah, that's not
didn't I call you
fair.
sooner?"
How are you doing that? That's not fair.
Yeah, yeah. Just the time savings, and once again, trying to reduce waste to be a little bit more green and lean.
Mhm.
So we're not throwing all that in the trash. Don't have all that excess vinyl that we're weeding off that it would just fill up the trash bin. So
Right.
lots more
So
green there
overall,
for us.
Charlie, overall, I wanted to ask you about maintenance. I mean, have you seen, you've seen it, you've been working on it for a year. Every printer I've ever been around, eventually something needs a tweak or a kick or a fix. Or how has your maintenance been so far? And you've owned this printer for
So
over a year.
great question, Jay. As I told you, we have lots of solvent inkjet printers here for doing other types of signage, and they do require some maintenance here. And DTG, if you come from that, needs some maintenance. And we all try to either be lazy. Everybody just gets lazier, thinks they can make shortcuts. And you guys did a great job. So right on the side of the machine, it just laid out exactly what to do as far as startup and shutdown procedures. And I'll be honest, Jay, we've tried to shortcut some of them, and you know what? At the end of the day, it just bites you in the butt, right? So right now, if we do our normal, morning procedure or startup and normal finish procedure, it just works like it's supposed to. No
Perfect.
missing nozzles, no dried up ink, no trouble cleaning around if you do your daily maintenance. But as far as that, no other maintenance that is non-required. So we didn't have any print head failures. We didn't have any suction issues or losing ink or things of that nature. It worked as it should for the last 12 years, or 12 years, 12 months. And
12
I
months.
hope it
Yeah.
goes for the 12
Oh,
years.
same, man. If you get 12
Uh,
years out of that, that is awesome. Let's have that interview. We'll put that on the
yes,
calendar.
for sure. I will tell you that this was something on our part. And so there's a white ink low level alarm.
Mhm.
And it is a loud, piercing sound that if you're in the middle of production, it's just as annoying as could be. And you're like, I just want these last transfers to run, and I won't put this bottle of white in there. Well, we just may have unplugged this, and so we didn't have to hear it. Well, we ran it out of ink,
Oh no.
and just in a panic, what do you do? Oh my god! I just happened to have been working with Roy on something else. So I called him back right away. I said, Roy, you're never going to believe what I did. He goes, no worries. Let's just do these couple things. And that's what I love about equipment. So I just know that I have a partner on the other end that just cares a little bit, right? Because
Thank
in
you.
this world,
Thank you.
there can't be nothing more than support. We've been doing this as long as we have, and all the equipment we bought over the years. I mean, that's a big thing for us because we don't have an internal IT department. We don't have internal. It's us at the end of the day that's got to fix these printers, maybe with some notes from you folks or from the
Yeah.
manufacturer or some guidance. Just man, I just did this boneheaded mistake. What I do, but within 5 minutes he had called me back, and within 10 or 15 minutes we were back in production. And it was the
Awesome.
next day we were middle of a big production run, so I was about to pull my hair out, and
Oh, I
there
gotcha.
may be some explicitives said during that time, as you could imagine. Because it was all our fault, right? So
Yeah,
now
no,
we
we've
have
all
that
been there.
procedure.
Well, Charlie, I
Yeah,
appreciate you being that transparent and telling us the truth. we can't thank you enough. Honestly, you have been an ambassador for us, and so that's why I really wanted to connect with you, is to get this on video, because you have had so much success, and people tend to think we're overselling it or overhyping it, or, oh, that's just, another DTF printer. There's dozens of them. We're pretty proud of this one. It took us a long time to settle in on this. We do a lot of extra work on it. It doesn't just come from the boat and drop to your, shop. We're bringing them in to our offices, to our warehouse in New Jersey. We're adding some love, doing some modifications, making sure that this is, ready to fire up. This is a printer that's ready to rock and roll. So hearing you give us the feedback is worth 10 times more than anything I would say. So thank you so much for the great feedback. Is there anything else you want to share before I cut you loose? I know you're busy. I know you got things to do.
No, as I was at the trade show there, and you now have two models, the 11-inch and the 24. As I was seeing and talking to some of the customers, I said, if you can get it in the door, you need to go with the EasyJet 24, because you're just going to want to do production, because we didn't think we'd be this far along, and once the word is out that you have it, everybody wants in on it.
Yeah, I
So,
love that. That's awesome. That's
so
great. That's a great piece of advice. If the price difference isn't that much. Of course, there's a lot of people who cannot get it in that door, don't have a rolling bay door, they're stuck with a standard 32-inch doors. So that's why we have the smaller printer. But I'm with you. Of course I am. If you're ready, if you've got the space and you've got the ability to get it into your shop, that 24-inch printer is going to rock and roll.
absolutely. And we talked about second machine. That is no joke, no hype. If things continue on and we don't move in the next 6 months, we're going to have to decide what has to come out to fit the second one in, because we're just going to need it. So.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that's good news. Charlie Sirna, you are such a great guy. Appreciate your time today. For those of you who want to connect with Charlie, where can they go? They can visit you online. They can follow you somewhere, one of the
Yeah, they
socials.
can visit us online at 3csigns.com, or we got DTF worldwide, because we have our transfer business going on, and we're on Facebook as well. 3csigns.com is our parent company, so follow us on 3C Signs at Facebook.
All right, my friend. Well, thanks again, Charlie. It means a lot to us, and I know there's going to be a lot of folks who see this and view this that are going to be excited. They'll be, more engaged and more likely to want to ask us more questions and hopefully take that next step. So, again, we appreciate you. We appreciate your business. We're excited to see your growth. And until we meet next time, let's meet in person, and not just for selfies. We can hang out and do other things too. But I'm glad you got a chance to talk to Roy and talk to Miguel and meet those guys. And Terry's your champion. He's always bragging about his buddy Charlie. So uh,
Yeah, you
it's
guys
been a
are
fun
great folks
ride.
to work with. Yeah, for sure. You guys have been a pleasure.